fucking A, fucking other letters of the alphabet as well. This has got to go. It's in my way. Hey, 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 it's in my way. Ugh, I don't like that sound.
Sorry.
It's gotta go. Hey, 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 hey. Ho, 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 ho. It's gotta go. I'm noticing imperfections in these fucking blinds now. I don't see them in real life, but I see them when they're on the camera.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey,
Hi.
don't hit it. Show us your ab? No. No. Fuck you. No. I don't know. I tried to watch the last season of F is for Family, and like I kind of like spaced out. So I'm gonna try again some other time because I just wasn't vibing with it. But I vibed with every other season, so I assume it's probably just me. So I'm just gonna like wait until my mentality is different. I just don't think I'm in the mood for like that kind of show right now. I'm sure it was good. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying like I don't think my mindset was right. I'm watching other kind of shit right now. Boom. Why do you love that you crawled out of a cave after a week? I don't know. I mean, considering my hair is like nice and washed and conditioned and my beard has been moisturized and like, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing to really indicate that, I guess. I think it's just like a prejudice you have against people with like long, flowing, majestic beards. You just think they all live in caves because you're a piece of shit. So that's probably the explanation. What? Still pissed? I'm always pissed. Any update on the strike? Yeah, go check out the Deep Fat Fried Twitter. TJ reminds me of a Norse god with that beard. Yep. That makes sense. I like that better than homeless guy. Caves are not great. Caves are horrible places. No one likes a fucking cave, okay? I don't. I know that. I wouldn't go in a fucking cave. Is this a standing stream? I guess so. Yeah, I figure I'd just kind of do like an hour-long stream where I stand around and talk to you guys. I figure it'd be a little bit more high energy if I stood, but I figure after an hour I probably won't want to stand anymore, so that's what we're doing. So this is 3 minutes in. Caves are where we come from. Caves are where we shall return. Maybe. Do a 24-hour stream. Yeah, I probably will do that again. I don't know. I've been feeling the hankering to do that, but I need to wait till I have the time to do it, which maybe I will sometime in the later part of December. Corn Pop, stop. Corn Pop, stop. Bring him here. Bring him here for his public humiliation. Corn Pop, why you done what you done, Corn Pop? Why have you done what you have done? No, don't do it. Don't do it. You gotta cooperate. It's okay. I won't make you go too close to the light bulb. I know it hurts your little eyeballs. Corn Pop is angsty. Yeah. Hey TJ, our local union, hold on. Our local union UFCW 555 went on strike at different Fred Meyer and QFC stores. I work at a different store chain, but I wanted to share the word. Hell yeah. Solidarity forever. I wish these strikes, I mean, they're in the age of social media, it seems like these unions are woefully underprepared to go to the people. You know, I mean, like, I would definitely, like, if these fucking unions were like, hey guys, we need money because we're on strike, I'd be like, hell yeah, take it, you know? But it's like you try to figure out where to give these fucking unions some fucking dough to sustain the strike, and you can't fucking, they just don't fucking, they're not great about it. I know they got their dues for that reason and shit, and you save up the dues in case you got to strike, you know, so the union has some money in its coffers so it can fucking afford to keep people like fed and stuff. But I'd be willing to help out. Fuck, man. The unions are weak, shamefully weak. Well, they'll get stronger. Thing about a union is the more people join up, the more people fucking fight back, the stronger it becomes, right? So, you know, don't count them out just yet. Regarding this strike, since they won't remove it, is there a further stage of appeal? If not, where will DFF be streamed from now on? I mean, DFF will have its streaming abilities back on Sunday. This is our first strike on our channel. So that is only a 1 week penalty. But now we have a strike on our channel until March. So if we get another strike, which, you know, so basically at this point, we're no longer even trying to appeal the strike because YouTube has pretty much declared that their decision is final. So at this point, we're just trying to figure out what the rationale behind it is. We've asked some pointed clarifying questions about how exactly we violated the policy. And is YouTube making a commitment at this time to having the right to interpret jokes literalistically and then flag them for misinformation? You know, so we've posed that question to them because, like, at this point, if YouTube is really going to commit to the position that a joke can be taken literally and flagged as misinformation, then comedy is essentially impossible on YouTube. How bad do things have to get in the US until we get a Sanders-like progressive government? I don't know. Well, it took the Great Depression last time, so probably that. Probably something similar to that. You probably need to see a huge stock market crash, unemployment spike to like 20-something%, you know, stuff like that. But I think in this country, as stupid as we've become, what we would do is we'd just become like an ultra-militarized, jingoistic country. I think we would become like a military or a theocracy and just collapse completely from there. So I don't know. I don't even know if it's possible at this point. But, you know, I'm inherently a pessimistic person, so, you know, go listen to an optimist. Maybe they got some better news for you. Did Vosh ever get back to you about the pizza rolls? He did. He said that he is an oven guy when it comes to pizza rolls, which is respectable. Are you able to tell us what the context was that caused the strike on this stream, or still no? I don't even want to repeat what was said because I'm afraid that they'll once again interpret it as misinformation. But needless to say, Scotty donned a Donald Trump-esque voice and you know, made a statement akin to something Trump would say in certain respects, and it was interpreted literalistically by YouTube and treated as though it were completely on and off, you know, face value statement. It'd be like if I was to, you know, say like, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? And they're like, oh, you have no proof that that's actually why the chicken crossed the road. And we don't even know if the chicken did cross the road. There's no video evidence of the chicken crossing the road. This is misinformation. You know, it's like ridiculous. Knock, knock. Who's there? Boo. Boo-hoo. Why are you crying? Oh, your name's not really Boo, sir. What are you doing? That's misinformation. You gotta go. You gotta go. So I don't know. It's just ridiculous. I mean, treating a facetious or sarcastic statement as though it's a genuine example of misinformation Absolutely outrageous, absolutely ridiculous, sets an impossible precedent. Every creator on this entire platform should be pissed about this, regardless of what they think of me or Scotty or Paul or our politics or whatever, artistic merit. You know, you can think we're the schlubbiest, stupidest, most degenerate fucking losers on the face of the planet, but the precedence that this sets is hideous. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Because it basically says that you can't be sarcastic. Because it'll be interpreted literally. So, hey, yeah, fuck you. So I don't know, that's pretty fucking silly. Scotty basically acted like a hard right Trumper as a joke and YouTube took it literally. Yeah, basically. Have you thought about having your presidency having government subsidized union dues, meaning giving government money to support unions to strike so unions don't pay out of pocket? I would just say that being in a labor union or a trade guild is mandatory. There would be no independent workers, unless for maybe very select industries where it made sense. But, you know. Are you and Vosh planning an official debate on overpopulation? We've not like entered the negotiation stages of that. Oh, hey Jacqueline, how you doing? Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, we haven't really entered the negotiation stages as far as like a debate on that subject goes, but it is something I'm interested in doing. I need to do a lot of research. I have some resources in my mind, but I don't necessarily know exactly. I don't have like a strong command of them. I'm not really one of these people with a mind like a steel trap that can just rattle off stats at you, and Vosh is that. So I need more of a cheat sheet, you know, and he's gonna, obviously, he's very rhetorically skilled. So I'm gonna need to like make sure I'm ready for anything. So yeah, it's gonna take me a little time to prepare for that, and honestly, I have bigger priorities at the moment. But I'm gonna be doing that for sure. I do believe the planet is overpopulated for several reasons. It's not just a matter of space. A lot of people try to make it a space issue. You know, every human being needs a certain amount of space to live, but they also need a certain amount of resources to sustain them. And some of those resources, I think, are dwindling, you know, pretty low. We already know there's gonna be water shortages in the future. We already know that in many countries, you know, they're just now industrializing. We already saw the impact of industrialization on this planet when the West did it. Now, you know, India's increasingly industrialized, Africa increasingly industrialized, China increasingly industrialized, Russia increasingly industrialized. So, you know, there's gonna be a lot of fucking issues like that. So yeah, I don't know. But it's something I need to have specific fucking things I can have command of. I'll need to fucking, yeah, I'm gonna need to bump like fucking 3 rails of coke before I do it too, to make sure my energy levels are good. And then if I start to flag, I gotta get 3 more covertly off camera. You know, you see the camera switch to like a still image, and then you just hear, you know, and then I come back, I'm like, yeah. It's gonna be really good. Your arguments are going to get you called eco-fash by Vosh's chat. That doesn't concern me at all. I don't really care. You slap whatever label. Labels are labels. It's all good. TJ going Andy Dick mode? What'd I do? Oh, the snorting cocaine? Yeah. That is Andy Dick mode for sure. Channel my Hunter S. Tom. Yeah, I mean, he died on my birthday, so I think there's a connection there. There's 365 days he could have killed himself on, 366 some years. And he killed himself on my birthday, so that's a beautiful thing. I dream I was talking to TJ and he called me the R word. That's not too far-fetched. Soul transfer. What is it? What's Chucky say? I can't remember the first word he says. Like, is it Ave? Ave Due Dembala! Give me the power, I beg of you! You know? I don't think it's Ave, but whatever, it's something like that. I love that shit. Love Chucky. I love every single one of those movies. And my favorite one is the one people like the least. So, I don't know. I just got bad taste, I guess. Terrible fucking taste. I love Seed of Chucky, though, man. And honestly, I think people, if you enjoyed the Chucky series that just came out, go back and rewatch Seed of Chucky, because I feel like it has more Seed of Chucky vibes than it does any other fucking movie in the franchise. It definitely is more akin to Seed than anything else. And I don't know, Seed was good to me, man. And you know what, I gotta say, Brad Dourif's daughter, I can't remember her first name, but she's great. She is a great fucking actress, and I want to see her in more stuff. Fiona Dourif. I mean, I think Brad Dourif is a fucking crazy good, underrated actor, and I think she is, like, even better than him, maybe. She's really fucking good. And she's, like, easily the best actress in that fucking show. Like, I mean, not that the competition ain't exactly stiff. It's not really that kind of show, but she fucking steals it. The Friday the 13th remake was absolute fucking dog shit. Does not understand the character of Jason Voorhees. Does not understand what the nuts and bolts of what makes a Friday the 13th movie work. Just a hideously bad abomination. Unwatchable, unlikable, total fucking unmitigated dog shit. Not my fucking cup of tea whatsoever. Probably the worst entry in the entire fucking series. And there's been some pretty bad ones. I would rather watch Jason Takes Manhattan. I would rather watch Jason X by a country mile. I actually kind of like Jason X as a guilty pleasure. I would rather watch Freddy versus Jason. I would rather watch, I don't know, maybe it's not quite as bad as Jason Goes to Hell. That one's pretty awful. But it's pretty fucking bad. Yeah, it's not good. Despite some interesting call, and then, like, the King of the Hell end credit sound bites have a hidden message, or maybe not. Yeah, maybe, who knows? My favorite Chucky movie is the one where Chucky transfers into a monkey and makes people slip on banana peels for 90 minutes. That is a great one. Classic. Second favorite, honestly, in the whole series. Yeah, at least Jason Goes to Hell does have some memorable scenes. I think, honestly, the first 10 minutes of Jason Goes to Hell are pretty fucking good. It's a great little fake-out opening and shit. And I'll tell you exactly what happens. So there's this girl. She's at Camp Crystal Lake. She takes a shower. She's got big tits. They're naked. She's beautiful. She runs around, and Jason shows up. She runs, and her tits are bouncing around. And, Jason seems like he's got her cornered. And then all of a sudden, the fucking U.S. military's there, and they just fucking, she was bait, basically. They blow Jason to fucking hell, basically. He just explodes. And they're like, yeah, we got that son of a bitch. And then they're doing an autopsy on him, and the doctor that is doing the autopsy on Jason's body just becomes, like, transfixed on Jason's heart, and it starts beating in his hands, and his eyes are just like, oh, and he eats the heart and becomes Jason. And then Jason body hops for the rest of the movie, which kind of sucks because you don't really see Jason. It's just like a bunch of people pretending to be Jason. It's just like, I'm Jason now. They don't say anything, but And it really sucks. It's not good. Because, like, the scary thing about Jason is the aesthetic. So you take that away, and it's just like a bunch of people going like, I'm not down with it. Chucky versus Leprechaun would not be great. You're wrong about that. Maybe if Warwick Davis would come back to the role, but, failing that, I don't think so. Lep for life, man. Just started tripping. Any good acid stories? I mean, I don't really feel like my acid experiences lend themselves to stories, because a story has a beginning, a middle, an end, and a point. Whereas acid trips are more just like a series of disconnected experiences, right? So I don't know about that. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I can't really tell you an acid story. There's no acid stories in my life. There's just acid experiences. You know, I've looked up at a fucking popcorn ceiling and seen pictures so intricate I can't believe that my mind invented them, you know? Close your eyes and see wild stuff. Look in the mirror, see like crazy distortions happening in your face. See like little rays of light beaming out of your head. I mean, I don't know, just like crazy shit. What is the creepiest acid hallucination? I don't know. I never really felt like any of them were creepy to me. I always enjoy it. I mean, I like a creepy visual, so.
What about the spider?
I mean, I never thought the spider was creepy. He was kind of comforting.
He was, but I bet other people think it was creepy.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess we saw like a giant spider on top of our house, like hovering over it and stuff. So that was cool. But he seemed very protective, you know? He seemed like a very chill giant spider. He wasn't like a scary giant spider. I've never freaked out on acid. I've never had a bad trip or whatever the hell. I've always enjoyed it. The only thing that sucks me about an acid trip is that it makes my feet itchy. I don't really know why. I have like some like neuropathy in my feet. So it kind of like, I guess, kicks it in a high gear for some reason. I do have medication for that at this point, so I don't know. I don't know if that would still be an issue or not, but I would definitely take it before I did that. Yeah, you get the acid shits too. That's pretty common. You get like a big torrent of fucking vile diarrhea from acid. It's pretty normal.
My cheeks always hurt.
Your cheeks hurt? Oh yeah, because you laugh a lot. Billy the Fridge wants you to refollow him on Twitter. He understands he might have been a casualty of the cleanse. He misses you and needs someone you IMO. Yeah, okay. I mean, I did this thing on Twitter. I was following too many fucking people and my feed was just cluttered with shit. So I just unfollowed literally everybody. I went down to 0 follows. And then I've been slowly refollowing people as it occurs to me because I figured that would be the way to, like, you know, to prune it, but then actually follow back the people I care about. So yeah, I'll definitely give Billy a refollow. You seem really jittery right now, TJ. Are you not high right now or something? I'm actually not. I'm not really jittery. I just kind of tend to be sort of like a person that likes to like move around a lot, especially if I'm like standing, because I don't want to like just stand in place. So I tend to move around a lot. If I'm sitting, I tend to bounce a leg or like an arm or something. I'm not really like, I'm usually doing some kind of kinetic activity unless I'm really stoned or I'm like totally in like some show I'm watching or something. I'll just sit there like, you know, watching like Dexter New Blood or whatever the fuck, you know. Then I'll be pretty still, like, you know. I am also a pacer, yeah. Not as much as I used to be, but I definitely still pace around a lot. That's your body screaming for exercise. Well, I'm giving it to it. I'm doing it. I'm doing bouncing the leg. That's exercise, man. That's burning calories. You can't deny. You can't deny. I don't really pace when I'm stressed. I just pace when I'm like thinking, I guess. It's easier to think if I'm moving. It's harder to think if you're still, or at least it's like a different quality of thought. I don't know. The thoughts that come from stillness are different than the thoughts that come from pacing around. I talked about the F for family thing earlier. You can check it out. How long till I can tuck my beard to my belt? I mean, I could do it now. I just have to wear my belt like way up high. I mean, the beard now comes to,
Nipples.
no, my nipples are up here. It's way lower than that. So, I mean, obviously not the whole beard comes up to there, but I'm still, okay, so when do I lose my last strand of beard? About here. So it's like almost to my belly button, but it's still got a long way to go until it reaches like where the belt would be. The channel was not nuked. We have a 1 week strike, which is almost expired. It's going to expire on Sunday. How long do I want it to be? I don't know, as long as I can get it. I don't see any reason to, unless it becomes like a totally horrible imposition, I don't see any reason at this point to cut it. I was just going to keep growing it until it's as long as it wants to be. Yeah, I could Urkel belt it, pull my pants way up. I could tuck it in there. I could also tuck it into my shirt, which kind of makes it look like it's like trimmed better, you know? Then it looks like it has some like definition to it, but eh. I don't really care. Like, I see all these dudes like trimming it up to like have a certain look or something. I just want it long. I just want to impress people with how fucking long it is. So if it's down here, that's cool with me. You don't have to read my next super chat out loud, okay? Probably going to anyway, but okay. Are there really cockroaches in the attic? Not as far as I know. Maybe Chelsea could eliminate me. She's the one who suggested that title. Fuck neatness, says Ashley. Fuck it indeed. By the way, it turns out Ashley is the one that gave me that salad spinner. Have a heart attack? LMAO. Okay, I haven't had one yet, but maybe. Stay tuned. Cockroaches in the attic. Yeah, you did, I guess. What's your secret to such great skin? I really don't know. I'm just kind of like, I do have good skin. I'm not really sure why.
You never wash your face.
Yeah, I never do anything to it. I never wash my face, as Chelsea just said. I'm not like into scrubbing it or anything. It's very oily. I don't know if that's like maybe preserves it somehow or keeps it moisturized or whatever. Yeah, I know. My skin seems better when I'm less stressed. I don't know. I feel like I'm reasonably stressed. I don't know. Cum is the secret to clear skin. Wow, really? Cool. Chelsea got some gifts coming. I need to mail them next week on my day off. They'll probably be late. That's Ashley talking to you.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
My skin got a lot better as soon as I just started washing my face with water. Preserves the natural oil barrier. Yeah, that makes sense. Am I looking at live chat or am I looking at top chat? I don't know what I was looking at. I'm looking at live chat now, at least. 'Cause I don't like all this fucking bullshit that censors people off of here. Sometimes I idly forget. TJ angered the YouTube gods. Yeah, I'm gonna, well, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do yet. YouTube lady angry. Yeah, she's so mad. She's so mad. We need a Randy Newman episode of Deep Fat Fried. Do we, though? Do we, though? Did you see Kalinsky's video on the DFF ban subject? Yeah, I actually have, I started talking to him today about some stuff. Sharing him some updates. Showing him some of the dialogue that's existed between me and YouTube. So, I don't know. Thoughts on the Rob Zombie Halloween movies? I feel like I've talked about these movies so many fucking times at this point, but I don't like him, okay? And I never seen the second one, so maybe I'd like it. I doubt it. I didn't like his first entry. I didn't like that he tried to demystify Michael Myers. I didn't like that Michael Myers became a mongoloid wrestler. I didn't like that he had like a 7-foot tall Michael Myers busting through walls like the fucking Kool-Aid man. I don't know. It just didn't seem right. It seemed like he missed the spirit. So I gotta say, not a fan. Ain't down with it.
It was the first Halloween I ever saw.
Was it? Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, that's terrible.
Yeah. So I didn't like him.
The only question that matters, what would your spooky kids band name be? How do you feel about cartoons and terrorists like Mickey bin Laden? Well, I mean, the spooky kids name scheme was very specific. It wasn't, you didn't just combine a good thing and a bad thing. It was a serial killer and a fucking sex icon. So, you know, you'd have to pick someone who's like a starlet and someone who was like a, you know, a murderer of some kind. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there is a better one than Marilyn Manson, you know? Like, he made sure to get the best one for himself. You know, the other ones, I mean, they're kind of, I mean, whatever. Troy Ramirez, fucking Gidget Geen, whatever. I mean, it's fine, but So I don't know if I'd want one. I kind of like when they dropped that. Not everyone needs to have that. Charles Monroe. What a boring name. What do you think of Rob Zombie as a film creator in general? You know, I liked Devil's Rejects, okay? So I can't really say I detest him or anything. You know, and I thought the original one he did, House of a Thousand Corpses, was okay. I haven't really seen anything beyond that, though. I saw those and I saw the Halloween movie, and beyond that I haven't really seen his stuff, so I don't really know. Brittany Klebold. Yeah, maybe. 3 from Hell sucks. I heard that it sucks, and I heard that the Witches one sucked, and I don't know what else he's done, but yeah, I've heard not great things. But I don't know. Because sometimes I really disagree with mainstream opinions on fucking film. So maybe I would not agree. But I've never seen anything from Rob Zombie that was like, whoa, this is totally my thing. So I don't know. I don't really feel like I'm like super vibe with what he has to do, but I'm not like really, it doesn't rub me the wrong way either. Like, it seems like real shit. It seems like actually like artistically valid. Like he actually cares about film as a filmmaker, and is not just like, yeah, here's some fucking bullshit. Have you ever met Marilyn Manson in person? How many times have you seen him live? I've never met him in person. I've seen him live. Ooh, I don't even know how many times. Let's see. Still doing a 12-hour Band of Hope stream. I think I'm gonna try that. It's probably gonna be like a charity stream. So I gotta do some planning around it. But anyway, yeah, Manson live. Let's see. I saw him in 1999. Was the first time I saw him at the State Palace Theater. I saw him once in Vegas. I'm gonna keep you on screen here, guy. So I saw him in Vegas. I saw him in St. Louis. I saw him in New Orleans at Voodoo in 2003. I saw him at New Orleans at Voodoo like a year ago or 2 or 3 years ago or something like that. 2018. 5 times at least. I saw him in Houston. Did I say when I saw him in Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw him 3 times in New Orleans. Once in St. Louis, once in Texas, once in Vegas. Have I seen him anywhere else? I feel like I might have seen him in LA at some point. I think 6 might be the answer. And the $10 guy, what did he say? TJ, will you get your hands on your hands and knees for a brief moment for this generous $10? Nope. Thanks for it, though. My Mandarin Gobi died and my girlfriend is a bitch. I really don't know what that sentence means, but thanks. TJ, give me a nickname. Your name is Baron Guitar. Boom. In the second Rob Zombie Halloween movie, Michael Myers takes his mask off. Yeah, I heard. I just I don't know. I'm not into it. I don't like it. When you said you liked the Carrie remake, did you mean the 2002 one or the 2013 one? The 2002 one was a sequel, not a remake, and I hated it. The 2013 one I actually thought was pretty faithful to the source material, actually probably a little bit more so than the Sissy Spacek version. I didn't think the performances were particularly awful, especially not for a horror movie. I don't really understand why people didn't like it. It seemed fine. It seemed like a reasonable update to the source material that followed the book pretty fucking closely. Seemed to understand the characters, seemed to understand the story. I don't really understand why people don't like it. I think maybe it's just popular to hate every remake, even if it's pretty decent. But maybe someone can explain to me what's so bad about it, because I didn't get it. Still doing the 12-hour Band of Hope stream? Yeah, I said I would. Fuck you. I just already answered that. Well, I guess you gave me $5, so whatever. I don't think anyone thinks 2021 TJ is the best TJ. Actually, I hear that pretty often, but, whatever. I don't really give a shit. I'm not really in competition with previous iterations of myself. To me, there's like a continuation from then till now. It's not like I don't divide my persona into, do you? Are you like, man, 2017 me would have done this, but... Because I don't do that. I don't know. Maybe you guys do that. I don't do that. I'm just I consider it one continuous TJ. Or I consider it like a new TJ every instant. So either way. Are you still doing the 12-hour Band and Hope stream? Let me think. Maybe, yeah. I might need a few more people to ask me for $5 before I really can come up with an answer to that. Saw the Carrie remake on AMC Fear Fest. Wasn't that bad. I didn't think it was bad at all. I don't know. I've never heard anyone explain to me why it's bad, but maybe someone can. I don't know. Maybe they hate the girl who played Carrie or something. I guess she wasn't quite as iconic. But you're not going to be as iconic as an original film when you're a fucking remake. You're not going to surpass the original, especially when you're not even trying to. But I thought it was perfectly serviceable. I don't know. Seemed fine. Maybe it was just the fact that it was unnecessary to do that people don't like. But plenty of films unnecessary and suck. It was just unnecessary. Those DFF boys gotta eat. Oh yeah, we gotta eat a lot too. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, the remake was definitely closer to the book. Characters were closer to the book. I think dialogue was closer to the book. I don't know. I don't really get it. I honestly view it as a more faithful adaptation from the source material, but I do still like the original Carrie better. I mean, you have Sissy Spacek and fucking, what's his face? That one guy. That used to be fucking good. John Travolta. A good run is better than a bad stand. Okay. DFF guest again, Kyle, would be fun flash fried. I don't know. We don't really do guests on the show. I'm not really into it, but if I was going to do a guest, I think Kyle is probably a pretty cool one. So far, I think the only guest we've ever had on any sort of DFF property has been Uwe Boll, which I'm pretty proud of that. I wonder if they'll make a Misery remake. I really enjoyed Kathy Bates as Annie Wilkes. Yeah, I don't think they should try to do that. I mean, unless you're going to figure out some way to put a totally different twist on it, then I don't see a reason to do it. She already killed it. I guess you could go a little harder, because the book goes harder than the fucking movie does, right? I haven't read it, but Chelsea read it, and she was talking about some of the stuff, she cuts his, she doesn't just fucking break his feet with a sledgehammer in the book. She fucking chops his feet off, right? Or one of them.
Yeah, she chops one of them.
She chops one of his fucking feet off in that.
She chops out his fingers and like candles.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's hard. That's more hardcore, I guess, but you know.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, so if you wanted to be like, I want to remake it, but touch more on the brutality of the book, maybe that'd be fun. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think you could top the Kathy Bates performance. Like, even reading it in the book, I see her, and when there's something he says in the book that's different than her, I'm like, nope. That's not my Annie Wilkes. Fuck off with that. I've always said Galen would be the perfect guest for DFF. He can dive deep into anything. I mean, Galen's had pretty shitty health the last few years. He hasn't really been up for much of that kind of stuff. Also, him and Paul had like a spat like a year or two ago. So I don't know I don't know about that. They'd have to figure out some sort of amends or something, which I don't think either of them are particularly interested in doing. Everyone is having a spat with Paul at all times. I mean, fair enough. C-word, cunt, don't need a pass for that. I think they're talking about Cracker, since there was all that controversy on Twitch with Hassan and Vosh and shit. I think they're talking about Cracker at this point. Those fighting boys. Kathy Bates grows her own weed and sells them. Cool. I dig it. Where is do I still have a Coke around here? Oh, whatever. What's the best John Carpenter film? I've not seen every John Carpenter film. I guess my favorite is probably They Live. Do you like coconut water? No. I do not. Grudges and animosity creates cancer. I don't think it creates cancer. Yeah, They Live is a great fucking film. Who's the best Carpenter named John? I don't know. Again, it was so frustrating in DP back in the day, something about depression and suicide being weakness. I don't understand why people get so triggered by these kind of like differences of opinion. Like, do you just want everyone on Earth to just feel the exact same way about everything? Because it seems like a pretty boring fucking planet at that point. I don't know. Like, I don't get why it's like you got a different take than me? Fuck that. Fucking, How dare you feel differently about the subject of suicide than I do? You're a monster. You're so frustrating. It's like, I don't know. Like, come on. Like, we can feel differently, right? Can people feel differently about the same fucking subject? I feel like they should be able to. TJ is the only one I'm okay disagreeing with. Okay. Do you think John Carpenter will ever direct a movie again, or do you think he's going to be a producer from now on? I think he's probably not going to direct another film. I could be wrong. I mean, he's very old. He's still a great musician. He's still putting out music. But yeah, I don't know if he's ever going to do another film. I think that it's like very demanding. He is an old man. He is a smoker. His last few films before he retired were not really super great. So I don't know. I think it's probably unlikely. In the metaverse. As someone who's dealt with and continues to struggle with deep, dark depression, I believe suicide is for quitters. Right. I mean, look, and some people, the mentality they adopt is like they deal with depression and they need to tell themselves that suicide is for the weak because that's what gives them strength. For other people, that's like too harsh. fine, okay? Like, you can have different fucking sensibilities about the shit. I don't see why everything has to be like the gauntlet is thrown down, you know? Like, you can just be like, I guess we differ, and move on. Seems easy. I'm not even touching that, dude. Don't even fucking make that argument here. It's YouTube. I'm too narcissistic to ever kill myself. Yeah, you know. John Carpenter. Life sucks pretty hard. I don't blame or judge anyone. Yeah, I don't know. How much input does he give the new Halloween movies? I mean, I don't think he would continue to do the scores if they didn't, like, take him seriously. I feel like he's probably taken seriously. And if he comes out and says otherwise, then whatever. But, you know, John Carpenter does not strike me as the kind of dude that's willing to be like, oh, yeah, you know, it's all good. He's not like, he doesn't really strike me as the kind of guy that puts a rubber stamp on something he thinks is garbage. I think he probably does like the films. I've liked the new ones very much. I don't think they're like masterpieces, but I mean, I honestly feel like Halloween Kills was really fucking good. And I think that what they're doing with Michael Myers as a character is pretty fucking interesting. I think a lot of people are missing the subtext. I think that probably someone's gonna have to come along and like do some kind of like video essay explaining it. If no one does, I guess I'll get around to it one of these decades. Maybe I'll wait till the trilogy is complete, you know? But I hate even putting out something that I might do out there because then I get people like, when? It's like, ugh, get out of here. You make me want to do it less. Aaron Crook, $5. What is the most advantageous way to make a large donation as I am getting inheritance soon? I want to give you some money. I don't know. Probably should DM me on Twitter or something, because I'm never going to turn that down. Maybe.
No fees.
That's true. Talent show win. Talent show win. Talent show, talent show, talent show win. Michael Myers versus Freddy, who would win? Anybody versus Freddy is a stupid thing because he attacks you in your dreams. There's the same problem they had with fucking the Freddy versus Jason. Freddy is a dream monster. Jason is a monster in the real world. You know, there's no way for them to fight on an even playing field. They fight in reality. Freddy's at a disadvantage. They fight in fucking the dream world. Jason's at a disadvantage. So it's just like, you know. And there's no compromise. There's no like, it's half dream world, half real world. Actually, maybe you could do that. Like the dreams are spilling into reality and there's like pockets of each and they kind of like go between them and the fucking battle, you know, changes up depending on which, you know, thing is dominant. But it would still just be like a matter of terrain. So, yeah, I don't know. Have you seen the pics I sent you in DMs? I don't think so, but I don't know. Who are you again? Here is Ariel. Nope. I don't think so. Have you considered speaking to Aaron Ra? I don't know if he still dislikes me, but back in the day he did. So I don't know. I never really disliked him, I guess. I don't know. He never really struck me as like someone I was very interested in either way, but he's had staying power, so fucking, yeah, maybe. Maybe we could fucking have a conversation with one another. Should there still be a Freddy without Robert Englund? I think there's a lot of roles that are kind of like, should that even be a thing? You know, I mean, some of the most iconic roles in history have fucking passed from person to person, you know, like the Doctor in Doctor Who, it's been through a lot of different actors. James Bond has been through a lot of different actors, but like, you know, as far as Bond goes, I still think of Sean Connery when I think of James Bond, so I don't know. even after all these different iterations. But I don't think of the first Doctor when I think of like David Tennant maybe. So I don't know. I did not hate the Child's Play remake. I didn't really, once again, I don't really see how it's necessary, and I don't think I feel like you could have made that exact movie and just not made it Chucky, because it had a different enough concept but obviously they want the name wreck, which is just kind of silly. And then, bizarrely, they hire Mark Hamill to do a Brad Dourif impersonation, which is like, what? I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad, though. I feel like it probably shouldn't have been Child's Play and probably shouldn't have been associated with Chucky, but it's just like Hollywood's afraid to do anything original, so everything's got to be, even if it's a totally different premise, which I think, honestly, it's a pretty different fucking premise. Like, Chucky is a serial killer who transferred his soul into the body of a doll. The new Child's Play movie is not about that at all. It's about how, like, the inherent malevolence of children corrupts this, piece of technology into becoming evil, basically, because he does more and more escalating things to impress them and fit in with them, because they like that he curses and stuff. And, the more fucked up shit he does, the more reward and praise they give him, until eventually, he's murdering people. And that's kind of cool. It's kind of an interesting concept that he's like a dark mirror of the people who created him. And it's like, it's about like the inherent malevolence of the mind of a child who does not, have fully developed empathy and stuff. Interesting concept, but not Child's Play. Child's Play is about a fucking crazy ass, born evil serial killer that fucking goes, I will do a Dembola! Give me the power I beg of you! And gets trapped in the body of a little fucking doll and goes on a fucking murder spree for 5 movies, That's fucking Child's Play. Totally different premise, totally different fucking vibe. I don't know. They barely have anything to fucking do with each other. So, I don't know. Jennifer Tilly is hot and weird. And getting worse as an actress, I've noticed. Or maybe it just phoned it in for that show. I don't know. If you rewatch it, it doesn't sound like a Brad Dourif impression. Hamill sounds pretty different. I disagree. I think he sounds very fucking Brad Dourif-y. He doesn't have, he tries to make it more roboticized, but like the tone of voice is very similar. It sounds like Brad Dourif doing Chucky as a robot. And so instead of like, hey Andy, it's like, hey Andy, I am Chucky. It's like, okay, woof. But hey, I like the movie. I didn't think it was bad. I really didn't. I think it's worth rewatching. Maybe assess it as not a Chucky movie. What a waste of whose talents now. I don't really understand why every fucking show has to be like a high school drama, though. Like, you bring back, like, let's do Karate Kid. I guess Karate Kid was a high school drama back in the day. But, like, the people who are invested in that story from the 80s are not in high school, I guess it's like to bring in the youth or whatever, but like Cobra Kai, teenage drama, high school. Okay, fine, whatever. Dexter, teenage drama, high school. It's like, okay. Chucky, teenage drama, high school. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. You guys got a different fucking way you could reintroduce these old properties? I guess it's working for them, though, because all those shows have been successful. I don't know if Dexter's successful, actually. I like it. I've been watching it like fucking crazy. I'm hoping for a season 2. Child's Play the musical. Yeah, dude. I could totally see it. Dexters Laboratory. Oh yeah, she does play Bonnie. That's right. I guess that's true. Kill the Twink was an odd line from the show. Was it? I mean, it was literally a fucking twink, so whatever. I don't really think it was that weird. What about Jew Wario? Do you think The Rock was a secret Bond film? I've heard the theory. It's interesting. Jew Wario versus Freddy. Okay. What's your favorite Nicktoon? You know, I was never really a fan of Nickelodeon's cartoon lineup. I guess Invader Zim. I was pretty old by the time that cartoon came out, but I did like it because I was a fucking edgy teenager, so of course I was reading Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and shit. So I was like following Jonan Vasquez, and the fact that he had a show was like, okay, cool. I was down with it. Friday the 13th in space, that's literally Jason X. That happened. What about Avatar? Like The Last Airbender or the James Cameron shit? I'll give you my opinion on both. Avatar The Last Airbender is probably the best kids show ever made. Really fucking good, brilliant shit. Avatar the movie is an alright popcorn flick that was, you know, probably more notable for its embrace of new technology than it was its embrace of anything interesting story-wise. But I didn't think it was bad. Alice Cooper, I don't like his born-again Christian bullshit, but I do think he's a good musician, and I've liked a lot of his albums and songs and shit. And I think he's an interesting, fascinating guy who's very intelligent. Did you like Dune? Yes, I did. I did like Dune. I don't know anything about Monster Rancher 2. Do it live, 149, and a banana peel. My buddy Artie played guitar for Alice Cooper in the 80s. Cool. Love it. Are you tired of Marvel movies and properties? Not really. I guess I'm like not. I'm past the point where I'll just instantly watch anything they put out. But if something looks good, I don't like prejudge it. Like, oh no, more Marvel shit. So I'm not at the point where I like hate it on, you know, instantly, but I no longer would be like, oh yeah, I gotta see this new Marvel movie, dude. You're streaming during Joe Bob, what the fuck, TJ? Sorry, I don't really watch his show live. I don't really have the real Shudder subscription. I have it on Prime, so I usually watch it the day after, because that's usually when it comes out there. So yeah. No, I never watched Walker, Texas Ranger. That's total garbage. How has your intelligence opinion changed of the general intelligence of Christians? I don't. You know, I think Christianity is stupid, and I think that it's a stupid belief, and people who believe it, I think they're stupid in that respect. But I don't necessarily think someone who's a Christian is stupid in every aspect of their life. Rocco's Modern Life is pretty cool. Yeah, I guess it's all right. I was never a big fan, but I guess I didn't hate it. It's high praise for me on some things, man. I didn't hate it. Yeah, sure. There's a lot of Christians who are perfectly intelligent people in certain aspects of their lives. Is there any amount of money that someone could give you to go around with Mike Tyson in his prime? Also, he wants you dead? No. Because no amount of money is going to bring me back to life once he murders me. So, yeah, no way. You think humanity will overcome religion? No, I think humanity will wipe itself out before we can get to that point. Ears are good. Very true. When do you think society will collapse? Probably Thursday, next Thursday, maybe. Do you think if you ran for president, you would win? I wouldn't win, no. Did you take Mike Tyson, you were bigger than him? Yeah, well, I don't think, I mean, if you're talking about Mike Tyson in his prime, he's like insanely muscular, insanely athletic, insanely fast, just insane, period. So yeah, there's no fucking way. He would destroy me in a fucking heartbeat. I mean, it wouldn't even be a fucking contest. Me being bigger is not gonna make much of a difference. And I don't even think, yeah, even Mike Tyson now is still like a pretty fucking badass dude. There's no fucking way. That dude would fuck my shit up in an instant. Like, I don't know, I don't think I could take one punch from that son of a bitch. I'm talking like a whole other level. You know, like fighting Mike Tyson, that's like fucking playing chess against a chess master. Fucking going on a fucking one-on-one game of basketball against Michael Jordan. I mean, it's just like, yeah, anybody who thinks they would even stand a chance is like delusional. Unless you happen to be a professional in that, you know, maybe then. You know, maybe your whole contention is like, I am better than Mike Tyson. Like, you know, I'm the best boxer, you know? Like maybe, yeah, Floyd Mayweather might fucking tell himself like, I could take Tyson. I don't know. I don't think he could, but you know. Anyway, I said I would do an hour. I've done an hour. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. I'll probably try to do another one of these tomorrow or something. We'll see. I'm not great at habits, especially ones I try to set. But I'm getting a little hungry, as I usually am. So I'll see you motherfuckers later. Go check out the latest tweet from Deep Fat Fried. Go retweet it. Appreciate it. Have a good night. When's Abandoned Hope? Definitely in the next couple of weeks. I mean, it's going to be before the end of the month for sure, because that's when I have to do it. I'm going to try to do a long one. We'll see. Thank you guys for your questions. Thank you guys for your donations. Thank you guys for your support in this bullshit battle against YouTube. Love you all.